done a heck of a lot of good public service. But I also understand that with larger government agencies, bureaucracy grows. And in some cases, I've seen where folks sit on issues hoping it's going to go away. This is one that I'm not going to say is exactly that, but I think that staff and bureaucrats, and I'm not going to suggest and point fingers at anybody, in this case have sat on this issue hoping that it goes away. As you've had turnover of supervisor here from Blanca Alvarado to Shirakawa to now Cindy Chavez, this issue has been wallowing and wallowing and wallowing. So I can only speculate that really it's maybe about allowing flexibility. And I do not know the conversations in closed session. And for those that don't know what closed session is, that's the opportunity for the Board of Supervisors to meet privately, not in public, and talk oftentimes about real estate issues or contractual issues. Well, it gives them the protection of not opening their books on those particular issues, and there's good reason for it.
I can't think of a really economically justifiable or legitimate reason other than an intention to close down, but I've mentioned the word transparency numerous times tonight, and that to me is my biggest concern. Issues that are generally talked about in closed session more relate to personnel, legal challenges. This to me is something that absolutely should be in the public, not in a closed session conversation, and I'm eager to be able to ask those questions in public to get clarity on the answers.
Thank you very much. I've lived in this valley since about 1955, and I've seen the population triple. This issue of affordable housing and transportation is not going to go away. I've seen 85 go in, I've seen 280 go in, I've seen Highway 87 go in, all at the loss of homes. So we have a limited amount of land in here. What I'd like to know is your proposal about trying to taking a relook at how this airport can serve a community service, an interest, rather than being repurposed for some specific reason, and be investigated rather than saying, looking at, like we suggested, a business plan or something else like that. But a more in-depth point of view of how we can all function and work together in order to be able to get this facility here to be able to serve something for all of us. I know that Moffett Field serves as the Office of Emergency Services primary airport for the valley. But once they start delivering all the goods there in case of an earthquake, they have to deliver it by trucks to everywhere else. And you can't do that when the road overpasses fall down. So having alternate airports is a good plan. And I would like to know if you guys can take a look at what is the chances of having a more in-depth community-wide service for this place, so it services San Jose State University as an education facility, the other things like that.
I appreciate that you mentioned the emergency services because we hadn't talked about that yet, and serving as a staging ground here I think really is another very important asset. Yes, we have a limited amount of land, and once we make dramatic changes, we very often can't go back to previous uses. And I think, as I hope I established clearly to all of you in an earlier question, I don't think that this property is suitable for housing, whether it's because of the long-term framework with the FAA, whether or not it's closed. The requirements that this be used for aviation puts even the remote possibility of housing here so far out that I think it's not worth talking about in terms of our current crisis. You commented also on the importance of becoming more integrated in the community, and that's something that I would love to support and help because I think that really would relieve a lot of the pressure from even needing to talk about whether there's interest in closing it if the community that surrounds the airport finds as great a value as those of you who are already directly involved find.
I'm going to acknowledge that I couldn't really answer your question in terms of what its potential could be as a regional asset has been used or a reliever airport until we know what our master plan is and our business plan and what we're going to commit to within those two plans. So that to me would then I would know what its potential is. The only general aviation airports I've been to are ReidHillview and then Palo Alto in the past, and then I did again with Carl Honaker, we did the tours, and I went to Moffett. So trying to get a sense from looking at those airports and what the potential is here, I see actually this one with more potential. But, you know, I'm not going to, this isn't intended to be a critique of any one individual or any particular board member or the board itself, but I'm not going to suggest that walking around this facility that we would think this is a state-of-the-art facility. It's quite the opposite. It's on the other spectrum, and in some cases I think it's an embarrassment, and I'm not knocking anybody, but to have this facility in this rich of an area is really a disappointment for me. So that's where I want to call the question and go one way or the other, because what we're doing here I don't think is fair.
Okay, thank you both very much. We definitely really appreciate you coming, and we're very grateful for you guys answering some very tough questions and sharing your thoughts with us this evening. I think Scott's very sad now that he wasn't able to attend, but he can listen. We got a recording. So just so you know, after you depart, we will continue this forum. We'll be discussing among the pilots, you know, what we're going to do as a group. And how we're going to proceed. For all of you, I do want to let you know that even if you don't live in District 4, both of these candidates are able to accept campaign donations online. Tonight would be great because that's the reporting period, but you know, tomorrow is also great as well. And so if you do decide to support these candidates, please do make your contribution and show your support. So in the last couple of minutes, since we have a little bit of extra time, let's give you both 4 minutes each. Wow.
I won't need it, I promise you.
Okay, to summarize, you know, your position, let us know what, you know, and let us know how we can help you as a pilot community as you're going forward in your job. And, you know, one of you two, I assume, will be a supervisor on the Board of Supervisors, and so how we could go ahead and work with you in the future. And anything else you would like us to take away after this evening?
Thank you. I'll be brief. I want to thank you all again for coming. I didn't expect this large of a turnout, but I think what this really reiterates is the importance of this issue and this facility and also this seat, because it really has a major impact on your future. So I want to thank you for taking time to come out here. I'd love to have your support. You know, with all due respect to the other candidates in this race, there were 7 of us in the primary, and you have the top 2 vote getters here in front of you now. I do believe that the 2 best candidates have proceeded. So while I think that I have an advantage in terms of my experience in San Jose City Council and working on aviation issues, I'm not going to suggest that Susan can catch up and be just as versed in these issues, being a board supervisor. But I'd still love to have your support. I'm not going to say vote for Susan, I'm going to say vote for Dawn. But I really appreciated this campaign, and it's really not all of it. Fundraising has been very difficult. Thank you for that shout out on fundraising. But meeting as many folks in other communities that I didn't represent or don't currently represent. This district goes all the way from the whole city of Santa Clara to West San Jose to the entire city of Campbell, Cambrian, and parts of Willow Glen. You know, I've been walking and talking to folks, and I've heard a heck of a lot of the issues that are most important to residents. And you touched on 2 of them, which is housing affordability, and then of course the homeless one, the traffic and growth, and public safety. And those major issues are all ones that I've worked on in San Jose City Council, and I'd love to continue that work on the Board of Supervisors. So again, thank you for having me here tonight. I appreciate your time.
Thank you for that acknowledgement. Right back. This is not the most contentious set of candidates that you've seen. And at the same time, I will also not suggest that you vote for Dawn. I really do have just tremendous respect for this community, and the fact that so many of you are here is a really strong and very clear signal to both of us that this issue matters. It matters a great deal, and we're going to continue to engage around it. My campaign is based on being a strong advocate for all families and children. And at first blush, I really didn't see a big connection between being a strong advocate for general aviation, the airport, and families and kids. But what I've learned is that it actually really is beautifully connected between hearing about the flight schools and the Angel Flights and the Eagles and the opportunities to bring students of all ages, from little kids through the university students, here to this airport to help strengthen the economic viability, particularly of East San Jose, I think that this could be a tremendous and really valuable partnership. So I am excited about that and love that really almost any issue can be brought back to families and children, because this is the core of our community. And when we are serving families and children and kids are thriving and parents have opportunities to work and to be self-sustaining, then all of us thrive. My experience is tremendously broad and directly related to the work of county supervisor. And this wasn't something, being a public servant wasn't something that I thought about at the very beginning of my career, but now looking backwards at 30 years, it seems as though I've been planning for this all along, because it all fits together and makes a lot of sense. I'm really pleased to be endorsed by Board President Joe Smidian and Mayor Sam Liccardo and District Attorney Jeff Rosen, among lots of others. And how you can help me as well is certainly first by making a donation. Thank you again. That's the first time we've heard that acknowledged in a forum. And if you are constituents, then you're certainly noticing that my opponent here is outmailing me by a good 15 or 20 to 1. I am working really hard to complete our mail plan of getting 5 pieces out to all of our constituents. I could certainly use your help in getting there. And secondly, talking to your friends. Peer influence is one of the most significant factors in the way people vote. So if I have your support, I would hope that you would share that with your friends and your colleagues and community. And I think that's it. I really enjoyed hearing from all of you before the forum and the questions during, and look forward to more conversation. Thank you.